Hi everybody, this is Cindy from Life of Oneness, and today we're working with the concept of karma still. And I've been talking a lot about ending your relationship with karma itself. And I'm not saying it's done and over for me or for anyone. But if we're to move into this new earth, this new co-creative space, where we're co-creating from a place of love, we have to start ending our own karma. And often you've heard in relationships, people say things like, don't react, don't respond, don't engage, when somebody's attacking you or whatever. But it's also not just a good idea. What you're actually doing is stopping your karmic participation in that dynamic. Let me explain what I mean by karma. So, relationships that have a protagonist and antagonist, where there's this back and forth, pushing and pulling and trying to work through things but not really getting anywhere, what it feels like. But there's a lesson to be worked out. And the lesson for all of them, I would say, is that stop reacting, stop responding, and just have compassion for that person, not because you're better than them or not because that's the right thing to do, or because you don't want to get involved in drama. Well, yeah, but because the only way you're going to stop experiencing karmic relationships is to stop engaging in them. And that doesn't mean that you have to completely cut people out of your life. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But just stop responding and reacting the way that they are. Take the time to let the reaction settle. Get clear in your head, get clear about your intentions, and speak to them from a place of what your intentions are and what your desires are, what your needs are, and listen to them and acknowledge what you're hearing from them as well. It's not just all about you. You have to listen and hold the same space for them that you expect them to hold for you. But if they're unable to do that and they're just simply attacking you and not hearing and projecting their fears onto you and saying awful things about you or making judgments about you and the things that you've said, the best thing would be to not engage in the way that they're engaging with you. To come from a place of listening and compassion for their fears and their wounded places that they're projecting onto you. And then, again, state your intention and speak from a place of love, and just end your karmic participation in the protagonist-antagonist. When you're not resisting and you're not reacting, then you're not part of the back and forth. It's like they come, you kind of go like a wave. Here I am, I'm standing strong in my presence and I'm speaking my love and truth, and they pop, 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 pop. It's kind of like the Matrix. Oh, just let that blow over me. I'm not getting in the back and forth. And so when you do that, then things just kind of go through you and you're more like a gossamer, or they just kind of go around you and they don't really stick to you. They don't create further traumatic patterns or damage or hurt. When you're not hurt by the way other people are responding, that's also ending your participation in that karmic relationship. When you're just seeing that they're hurt and they're responding from their hurt or their fear, and it probably has nothing to do with you at all. But that doesn't mean that you have to tolerate it either. Again, speak your truth, and then what your needs and desires are. If they're not willing to compromise or respect your space, then that's when you set boundaries. Or if they're not respecting you in general, that's when you can say, okay, this is where I draw the line, that these are if you're not hearing my words and you're not compromising with me, you're not listening to me, we're not hearing each other, then I have to set a boundary, or I have to take action to either leave the relationship or separate in some way or take some sort of action to get my needs heard and met. And sometimes, in relationships that can be moving out, or that can be walking away, that can be finding some sort of counsel to help you have your needs heard and met, whether it's professional or, relationship counseling or legal counsel or whatever that might be. So, again, just don't participate in the wounded place that they're coming from, and you will slowly start to diminish the karmic relationships where there's this constant back and forth and protagonist antagonist thing going on. That it's kind of the old way, and so we're stepping into this new earth of really lining up with that co-creative love and staying strong in that love frequency and not getting caught into other people's hurt places, because we've healed our need to react and respond because we're no longer hurting, or if we are, we're in check with that and say, oh, my initial trigger is want to fight back and to say this person's disrespected me like everybody has. But just seeing that and being like, no, the way they're reacting is really not about me at all. And it's about their history, their fears, their insecurities. So sit with that for a while and just think about what karmic relationships you're involved in right now and how you can shift that by not participating in the karma and just speaking your truth and from your heart in a place of love, and setting healthy boundaries and not engaging in the back and forth attacks. All right, well, hope you're enjoying this new beautiful spring day. It's beautiful here in Asheville, North Carolina, and it's still a little bit chilly, but we're hoping for warmer weather, and Mother Earth is looking pretty green right now. We've got lots of daffodils here. Let's see, where are they? Oh, they're all mostly gone now. There's some down there about to die. There's some down there. All right, see you later. Bye.